Hey guys, this is RedAndBlue, the channel on YouTube for all things PSG in English, so please subscribe. Today, it's a preview of our game against InterMiami, first knockoff round in the Club World Cup, played midday local time in Atlanta, 6 p.m. Paris time, today. Yeah, it's getting real. This competition is actually happening. We're in the knockoff rounds now. So winner takes all, 90 minutes to qualify. If no winner at the end of the 90 minutes, we'll go into extra time, which happened yesterday with Chelsea and Benfica. So, normal like 15 minutes of extra time. And if that still cannot get a winner, we'll go into penalty kicks. Let's hope it doesn't come to that. I think, the fans have been eagerly waiting for this game, I think, since before we knew it was going to happen. I think it was one of the reasons why there was a bit of excitement for the Club World Cup in PSGfan. It's a chance to play against Messi and kind of pay him back for what he's been saying about PSG since he left the club. So, in terms of the team, I'll start with that. And again, like I've said this in the previous previews of games, it's LuisEnrique. We don't really know what is gonna come out of his head until it comes out of his head. But it looks like everyone agrees that we're basically gonna get as close to a starter's starting 11 as can be. The question mark, which has been on everyone's mind, is Dembele and whether he's done returning to full fitness and available to start the game. Obviously, LuisEnrique was asked the question about 45 times in his press conference. Typically, his answer was that they want to take no chance and take no risk with the player, and so they'll probably be a bit careful with him. The general consensus, which I agree with, is that Dembele is not gonna start. He's probably gonna sit on the bench, and likely to get some sort of minutes in the second half. So maybe he comes on around like the 60th, 70th minute and does the last, half an hour minus a few minutes of the game. Which would make a lot of sense. We do have Barcola, who is gonna be a starter. It looks like, and so if we look at the team, we've got Donnarumma in goal. No surprise there. Usual back four of Nuno Mendes, Pacho, Marquinhos, Hakimi. In the middle, I think people say Vitinha, Ruiz, Fabian Ruiz, and Joao Neves. Tiny question mark around Joao Neves, who's one of the players in the squad who's the most tired at the end of the season. And I think Warren Zaire-Emery did some nice things when he played in the previous games, either off the bench or as a starter. So personally, I wouldn't be entirely surprised to see Warren Zaire-Emery starting that game. I think it would make a lot of sense. And for me, he's a TT, so he's got a little piece of my heart anyway. And I want to see him return to the starting 11 and play some of those competitive games. So if you ask me, I hope Warren, but I think it's a toss-up at this point between him and Joao Neves. And so then up front, like I said, Dembele wouldn't start, so it looks like we'll have a starting front three of Barcola, who typically plays on the left, Kvaratskhelia, and Doué. And I think typically when Kvaratskhelia and Barcola are on the pitch at the same time, LuisEnrique tends to play Kvara on the right, and so we will have Barcola on the right, Barcola on the left, Kvara on the right, and Doué in the middle. But I think all three are very versatile and can play basically the three positions of the attack. So I'd expect a lot of switching of positions during the game, a lot of movement, and a lot of trying to trick the defenders. On the InterMiami side, the only uncertainty is Jordi Alba, their left back, who hasn't started a game in the Club World Cup. Apparently, he's made his return to full fitness. So it's also a question of will Mascherano, who's their coach, want to start him or not? Honestly, one way or the other, could care less. And so in terms of the games that I think we're expecting to play, LuisEnrique also said that in the press conference. I think it's gonna be every game we tend to play, which is essentially like InterMiami like playing defense and us trying to break through. I've seen the last Miami game in the group stage, and yeah, I've got to say like it was one of those games where like they sat in defense for most of it. The Brazilian team that they were playing against did a very good job of like really like not creating that much and just like missing their chance by wide margins anyway. So they were sitting in defense, but they didn't really have to try that hard. And at the same time, they were like completely boiled at the end of the game. Like they get 2 goals scored against them in the last like 10-15 minutes because they literally cannot put a foot again in front of each other at the end of the game. So for us, it's gonna be interesting because I think like defensively, like it feels to me that they might be like on par or a little bit under what we played in Sounders, Seattle Sounders. They were maybe like Seattle was a little bit better. At least like they had more physicality, more ability to create movement, cover like the width and the depth of the pitch, and yeah, like do a good job in defense. Miami, I expect like yeah, it's gonna be tough for them. Like I don't see any way around it. Like it's a team of old men mostly, like old men from Barcelona, and Messi who like literally walks on the pitch and doesn't really run. So I mean, expect the unexpected, I guess. And a competition like this, they're gonna give it them their all. And they had essentially a week off since the last game to recuperate as well. We'll see, but I'd be very, very surprised if physically we don't just like completely crush them into the ground. I think lots of fans are looking forward to this, us just like passing the ball around like we do, and like them having to get off their backside and run a little bit to try to catch us, which could be pretty funny to see. So we'll see if that's the case. There's this undercurrent of bad blood between like the Messi crew and PSG and so on. It's kind of funny because like everyone tries, like people try to like the fans try to like play that up, and I think like PSG fans in particular like are very salty against Messi, especially because he's made a lot of comments in the media since leaving PSG against PSG, which is not super classy of him and his entourage. At the same time, you've got like LuisEnrique, who was obviously the coach of Barcelona, and, like 3/4 of the player in InterMiami, saying like, oh yeah, it's very emotional. I love this guy. And Mascherano saying he loves Luis and so on. PSG now putting stuff on social media to wish Leo Messi a happy birthday, and David Beckham and his links to Qatar and so on. And it's like this weird little like melting pot of we like each other but we don't like each other, and like Miami is saying they hope that like Messi is mad at us because then he might like actually do more on the pitch. And on our side, we're looking at Hakimi and Vitinha, who are like definitely not friends of Messi when he was in the club, and looking at them to like really want to stick it to him. So yeah, I really don't know. Like I think it's funny on so many levels, honestly. Like, and I think like ultimately, like, if we were playing like against Messi, like playing like in better shape in Bayern Munich or something, and it's a competitive game, I would say like this sort of thing can matter and give that little bit of edge, that little bit of boost. But honestly, it feels to me that that game should be way beyond just like rivalry or anything like this. And even if they like, even if Messi wants to like destroy us, kill us, put us in the ground and whatever, like I think like given where they are physically and the team that they have, they would have a very, very, very hard time doing it. Once again, I don't know, you never know, let's be cautious, let's go in, like we're going in with the starters, we're going in full force, and we're hoping to like, be 3-0 up after 10 minutes. That will be perfect to me, and then like we can sleep it off and that's it. Or like we can go like just beat them 7-0. I'll be completely fine with that as well. So we'll see. I think for me, like, yeah, I really expect a PSG win. I think there's no way around it. Like we've got such a even at the end of the season, and even being tired like our players are, and they've said it and they've showed it, we've got such a physical advantage on them. And the fact that the game is played as well in a closed stadium with air conditioning and so on, it's like I honestly, like, I don't see any way other than the PSG win. Famous last word, hopefully not. But yeah, we'll see. It should be like, I don't know, like, I think the Messi thing adds a lot of flavor to it, because I think honestly, otherwise, like, I don't expect it to be a particularly like interesting game. I think it's likely to be like fairly one-sided, and since there's not a lot of since there's a lot of tiredness on both sides, whether it's a long season or a long career, yeah, I don't expect it to be like, a sort of gameplay that's 120% and so on. Especially if like PSG goes up front early, it could like turn into a rout pretty quickly and just like lose a lot of flavor as well. So we'll see. I'm speaking a lot. I'm getting worried about my big mouth and having to come back on YouTube tomorrow with a long face and going like, oh, yeah, didn't see that coming. Hopefully not. If we do, we'll be on holiday. So win-win. I see this after every game. I don't mind. Let's just go on holiday, guys. Let's like roll it up like it's fine. We don't like. I'm fine. So yeah, we'll see what happens in this game. We'll see what happens tomorrow. My personal prediction, I think, I'm thinking, because like, so Sounders will be 2-0. I think like Miami is like on par / a little bit under Sounders. I think like for us, like, the conditions are going to be a bit more favorable for us. It's a big stadium with aircon, with a better pitch. We're not playing a team that's playing in front of their home crowd in their own stadium as well. So yeah, like I'd expect 3 or 4-0, I would say. Maybe like a 4-1, and we let like Messi score a free kick or something, just to like, let all of the commentators and talking head out there tell us that, oh, look at that, he's still the best player in the world, and like, yeah, he's not a Grandpa Messi. People will say it. Get ready for that. Actually, if you don't watch, I don't know. Like, so I watched like the previous Miami game on DAZN. Still don't know how to pronounce that one, by the way. DAZN, I think it's DAZN. So I watched it there, and like literally the commentators for 90 minutes were, Messi, what a player! Messi, so brilliant! Messi's passing the ball. It's like, it's so glorious. Literally everything he does, like, oh, Messi takes a step. Oh my God, he's so amazing. So get ready for that. It's going to be a long 90 minutes of Messi fetish, I guess. And hopefully it's short 15 minutes of 3 goals of PSG, and bye-bye everyone. At least that's what I hope for. Cool. That was it for me. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow after the game anyway. We'll debrief, and hopefully like there'll be a lot of things to say. For now, like, please like this video. Let me know in the comment what your prediction is for this game, and like what score you think we're gonna get. Please subscribe to the channel. We're getting new subs every day. It's like really amazing to me. I'm so thankful for like the people who are following. I'm starting to see as well, like, regular names dropping in the comment, which is like really, really awesome to see. So happy to see that you guys are enjoying what I'm doing. So for the others, like, please subscribe. More is coming. I'm not like, I'm not going anywhere. Even during the holiday, we'll talk more about transfers and all of that wonderful stuff as well. So please subscribe to the channel, hit the bell, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. And don't forget, ici c'est Paris!